guys, hi! Happy Training Tuesday. Can you believe this is the week of Christmas? Unbelievable. Here's one of my Christmas presents. I don't know if you saw it before, but I'm showing you now. I love bling. I love me some bling. So anyway, just had to share that with you again. Have my fizz in there. I am Kim Irwin. I'm an independent consultant with Arbonne International. And I was trying to think of what I wanted to talk about today. And you know, Christmas is Saturday. And usually for most people, it's a time of celebration. There's a lot of food. There's a lot of drink. There's a lot of. And I was trying to come up with something for defensive eating and cooking. That's what I'm calling it, defensive. So we're trying to protect ourselves, right? I mean, you don't always have to go into the new year saying, oh my gosh, I have to get rid of the weight that I put on, or I have to get back into my exercise. We don't have to completely throw it out the window. Now, granted, I know we only have a couple of weeks left until we're in 2022, but I do have some ideas, okay? So I actually have a list of 12. And here's the first one. So what we're talking about is defensive eating and cooking over the holidays. So what it's going to do is hopefully keep us on track so that we don't completely derail everything. You know, hopefully if you are following Arbonne and you're following the nutrition and you're even doing a little bit of it, your glow shots in the morning, something, whether it's Arbonne or not, don't throw all of that out the window. Okay, let's try to maintain some semblance of nutrition and health during this time. And how are we going to do that? One of the first things is talking about budget wisely. And I'm not talking about like look at your bank account before you go to the grocery store, although that's a good idea as well. Think about the calories that you're going to consume and really budget them. Like decide what are your favorite foods. And instead of just taking the whole thing, you know, choose some of those. Maybe they're higher in calories than the other. Maybe you make those selections because they're your favorite and you know you're not going to have it again for another year or 6 months or whatever that is. Take 10 minutes. Take 10 minutes before you go for seconds or thirds or whatever. So what does that mean? So we get done. And maybe you're sitting around, you've got several people and they're still eating and you're like, ooh, I should go up and get that right now because everybody's still eating. I won't, stick out like a sore thumb being the last one here. But don't. Stop. Maybe even set your watch, take a look at the clock, wait 10 minutes. Wait and see. Are you really hungry? And if you are, in the meantime, make some conversation with people, drink some water, then kind of recheck your appetite. Am I really still hungry? Okay, so that's the second thing. Third, distance makes the heart healthier. So literally step away from where the finger food is. There's always, not always, but there are appetizers out, or afterward, after you've eaten, maybe there's still some food sitting out there. Physically make some distance between you and the food so it's not as easy to just be, grabbing things. Or if you know that you have a habit of doing that, put a mint in your mouth, get a piece of gum, something like that, so that you're not going to be just reaching for chips and all that stuff just because it's close. Don't go out with an empty tank. This is really important. Do some pre-party snacks, like maybe have some sliced apples with peanut butter on it, or maybe a slice of turkey with some cheese on a pita, something like that so that you're not starving when you get there. I can tell you I've done that before where I'm like, oh my gosh, there's going to be this food and there's going to be this food, and I want to make sure I have plenty of space. Not the best strategy, right? Okay. Drink to your health. Think about this. This is saying that if you have a glass of eggnog, that's 500 calories generally, okay, give or take. But if you have a glass of wine, or you have, what are some of the other options? If you do drink alcohol, The mixed drinks, those are much lower in calories. Have a glass of water or a seltzer or something in between your beverages, alcoholic beverages, if you're drinking those, just so you can keep those calories down a little bit. Avoid alcohol on an empty stomach. If you are drinking alcohol and you don't have anything in your stomach, it's going to increase your appetite and it diminishes your ability to control what you eat. You're like, I'll eat it, no problem. I had just ate 5 stuffed mushrooms and normally you would have maybe had 2, Put on your dancing or walking shoes. Here's an idea, and my family, when I grew up, we didn't do this kind of stuff. We sat down and we ate. Like that's what we did. But times are different. Health is different. We all know how important health is. So what if you, since hardly any of us are going to have snow, it feels like this Christmas, what about after you eat your meal, you suggest, hey guys, let's take a walk around the block before we have dessert. You get out, you get some fresh air, you get some conversation going, you get the blood going, you allow your stomach to digest what you've just had. So, try to incorporate a little bit of movement in there. Be buffet savvy, it says. So what does that mean? Walk around the food before you decide what you're going to take. That way you can kind of prioritize. A lot of times if people are up and there's a line or whatever, you're going through and you're just taking some of everything, and then you get to the last one, you're like, oh man, that's my favorite. I don't have any space on my plate for it. So kind of view things first. Find out what it is that you'd really like to have at that meal. Don't shop hungry, that's for sure. That'll just, you smell something and all of a sudden you have to have it. So when you do go shopping and you're getting prepared for the meals, that either you're taking a dish somewhere, people are coming to your house, make sure that you eat something, have a protein drink, have an Arbonne vegan protein shake before you go, or have a Fit Chew before you go, or do Inner Calm, not a bad idea, before you go out and head to the grocery store, or the appetite control. We have all kinds of different tools you can use before you go out grocery shopping, for sure. Cook from the heart. So not only for the heart in a healthy way, but from the heart. So you're having your family sitting there and eating, you want to give them healthy, nutritious food. It doesn't have to be a really terrible, non-nutritious fest. Make some changes, and there are lots of, have less butter, cream, lard, vegetable shortening, use prepared turkey or fish instead of red meat. These are all just ideas that you can come up with to just cut back a little bit on the stuff that maybe isn't as good for you, but there are great alternatives, healthy alternatives that you could use in place of them. Pay attention to what really matters. And what does really matter? Is it really here? I'm sitting here talking solely about food, but these are the holidays. These are times when people gather together. You have families that get together. Celebrate that time. Because it's not, as we've learned through quarantines and isolation and all this stuff, it's really special. So laugh together. Play games together, even if you hate games. My husband hates games, but you know what? It brings people together. So talk, visit, just, sit and have a cup of coffee and enjoy each other. Have a cup of detox tea. Perfect. Work on your liver and your kidneys while you're enjoying the company of your family and friends. But most of all, please have a safe and wonderful Christmas. I love and appreciate all of you. I thank you for listening and humoring me on these. And I again hope everything is helpful to you, that you find little nuggets of information that can help you. Even if you take one of the 12 ideas that I gave you today, it's a step in the right direction. We all want to be healthy, and we've got a great health journey ahead of us in 2022, and lots of ways to do it. So thank you. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy holidays. Everything. Just enjoy your time. Stay safe. Enjoy your family. And thank you again.